Alright, let me first tell you about the scenario that we are currently in. We have, let's imagine we have a account into the Active Directory, or let's say we manage to get an Active Directory user uh, found, and we have its shell right over here. Let's imagine, right? Since this actually scenario is from the Hackthebox's endgame known as POO, and I successfully got the account of administrator from the Active Directories environment. Now this Active Directory environment contains two PCs with a single domain, and the PC that I'm currently in is not the DC. So but the administrator here is having this particular ACL which we are going to exploit, right? So this ACL is just like powers. If you don't know what ACL is in Active Directory, I'll tell you. ACL are just imagine just like powers, right? Different powers equal to different ACLs. So the currently power that this administrator has is into the domain. It can actually change the attributes of any object into the Active Directory. Now what are objects in Active Directory? They are actually the users on the groups. So this power that administrator beholds can change the attributes of any user or any group into this Active Directory domain. So how does this work? Actually, the name of this ACL is called GenericAll. So there are different type of ACLs. The similar ACL that I encountered earlier was from the Hackthebox's machine known as Object. It is a hard category machine which had the generic write. Now there is a difference between generic all and generic write, where generic all gives the where it can change users or any Active Directory objects attributes. Generic write can change the or update the attributes of a particular user account. Now this can be a little bit hard for someone who's listening for the first time. Imagine a scenario where a person can change the passwords or the username, or it can Kerberos, or it can Azrep roast any kind of user he or she wants, right? So this is known as generic all. Now if a person can actually change the passwords or any other attribute of a particular another user, then it is known as generic write. There are many ACLs. Let me give you the list. I have it over here in my notes. So these are the ACL lists, right? Generic all, generic write, write owner, DACL, extended write, force change password, and self, right? So even this is actually a quite notorious ACL, where you can actually add yourself to the administrator group and read the proof.txt if you are from the OSCP perspective. Now the object machine that I am having was where I exploited three different ACLs which had the generic write, and the second one was the set domain password, and the third one was the write user to a group. All these three I exploited in the object, but currently we have the generic all permissions. So let's exploit this one also. It is similar to generic write. We have to import the power view module first. So now how do we do that? Actually I have this power view module over here. Just a second. Okay, so I have this power view module. Let's say I import module. It's quite frustrating seeing me spell mistakenly spell. Alright, so it didn't provide me with any error currently, due to the fact that I actually bypassed a really simple antivirus which any one of you can do. Now how do I did that? You have to use this particular script known as invoke Kerberos. Now this particular script, how do I get a hold of it? Just copy the command and paste it over here, invoke Kerberos, right? And when we see, we can go to this Empire project and we can go over here, go to the raw one, wget it, or just download it from here. We can actually do that, right? So there are, we can get the hold of this one. So first of all, now import the module. invoke invoke it, uh, import the module, right? Now we have to disable the real-time monitoring, or we have to set the particular flag for disable real-time monitoring equal to true. Like do you want to disable it? Yeah, true, just disable it. So how do we do that? I have the syntax right over here. Set mp preference disable real-time monitoring $2, right? Just enter it, and we just disable this very simple antivirus which was stopping us to import the power view module. You actually couldn't import the module due to the fact that that particular antivirus was stopping us. Now since we can import it, we imported it. Okay, so we did this thing. The second thing that we need to do is we need to have the username and passwords ready that we are going to change. I have these over here. I actually did a Kirby roast over it, and I am going to change the passwords and user. And these are the two particular users that I'm going to do for. The first one being the POO admin, since I'm going to do this one first, and the POO HR is the second one. So it really doesn't matter if you do the second one or not. So first, change the password to a suitable format. Now $sec password is the particular variable, and convert our string to plain text -force with the flag -force, right? So we need to change the password first. Okay. Let's do wait a second. Okay. Since we are not doing this for our local, I guess we have to do it first. User equal. Okay, so I have to determine I have to tell him the user also to which we are going to send. Okay, so we first declare the variable user, right? We also gonna declare the variable pass, and which is the password that I have over here. Let's copy it, right? It is actually recommended to give this in single quotations or double quotation, due to the fact that sometimes these special characters work as they also work as like exiting the particular prompt, or setting a new prompt, or setting a new line, or bifurcating the prompts. So also the PowerShell does not know that if it is a string or not, so that's why we use them in single or double quotations. It is actually recommended. Okay, now we change the now we do this, right? Instead of password, we're going to say $pass, right? Since we have the password above over there, we're going to say $pass. Okay, and we're going to change it. Now $cred is equals to, now we're going to do this one, since and we have to pass the domain name also and the user also, right? So sorry, my bad. I also have it over here, right? We are going to create a new object, system dot manage dot automation dot ps credential hyphen argument list. I'm going to say $user comma $secure password, right? Okay, sorry about that. Let's see if it takes. Okay, so right, now let's see if we can get the information of that particular domain with the help of getnet user command. Getnet user hyphen domain domain controller dc hyphen. Now we say that kindly please get us the particular user's pass detail and use the credential that we stored above in the $cred variable. So we say credential $cred, right? Let's see if we get the information. Okay, so we messed up somewhere. Let's see where we messed up. dc hyphen credential, it is right. Okay, invoke Kerberos of ps1. okay, cs. I think I messed up somewhere pretty badly. It's not even telling me. Wait a second. Oh, sorry. I didn't mess up. Actually, there was the I didn't read the error quite correctly. It was from this different script, and our method actually worked. So let's copy it also. It actually is important to make good notes, right? Right. I'm going to make them better again, and also I'm going to add them into my this previous list. Since this is a different ACL, it's similar but it's different, so we have to do that one too. Okay, so we have these details of every user over there. The common name being the administrator, and the common name being the default account, the common name being the Mr. 3KS, and so on, KRB TGD. Actually, this is the default user for Kerberos ticket granting services, so we usually ignore that. So the juicy thing over here is Mr. 3KS account. So now you're going to say, how do you know? Okay, so it's just pure observation that I'm saying that this user stands different from all. Right? So let's just say okay, so the thing that we can next do is since we can change the properties of any account, we had those two accounts earlier, the POO admin one, and since the admin accounts are more powerful, so let's try changing the admin accounts attributes. See, okay, a second. Alright, let's go over here, and I have this copied, and say $sec. What's the password again? Sec password PASSWRD. Okay, so we change the variable now for now, and let's say if we can just like I said earlier, since GenericAll can change the attributes, it can change the user in the groups, and even it can change the properties of, for example, if a user wanted to be any groups participation in any groups participation, she can add itself or any other account to that particular group. So we are going to change the group of this particular POO admin account, and we are going to give the POO admin account the domain admins group, right? Since the highest group is add domain group member hyphen identity OMAINADMINS domain admins, and the members being the our POO underscore admin. You can also try any other account, but since we have the credential for and everything for this account, credential being the $, right? You can change. Let's see if we get something. If the goal that I'm trying to achieve here is if we can change this particular admin's group, we can access the particular share over SMB, and we don't have actually have to log in into another PC. So I'm just trying if we can do that. Let's see if we can try. How are we going to access that share? We are going to use the net use command, and since we can give him it takes the domain, the PC also. So we, instead of giving the IP, or we can give the IP also, we can give the PC name, and we can give it the share which we need to access. So let's see. Okay, it's taking its sweet time. Alright, so it's been done. Now try. Let's use dc dot. I remember the dot $/C dollar. Since why $C dollar? Because since this particular drive contains the administrator account, and that account's desktop contains the proof.txt, right? So we need to grab that flag in order to prove that yeah, we were actually inside the PC. So intranet dot poo/p00 underscore admin. We also have to tell the user also that it's poo admin, since there are multiple users. Wait a second, is this password right? Let's try. Even if we don't get, no worries. Okay, see, let me copy these 2-3 things also, right? uh, I guess that was his name, Mr. 3YK. Oh, here's the poo HR one, and the above is the poo, and the below one is the poo admin one. You will look MK3KS. Okay, sorry, right? And we then add the poo underscore ADM to the I actually keep these notes for myself due to the fact that I may require them, since as you saw, I had to refer to those notes in the objects and these two. So that is that. And we may encounter some real life scenario, since these machines are also based on real life scenarios. So why not, these 3 lines could actually save our time a lot, right? So okay, so let's first access that. Let's see. ADMINISTRATUR. Let's see if we can see any kind of. Okay. All right. Right. Let's see. We can access. Oh, sorry, my bad. DC. It was a typo. All right. We can actually access /desktop. Okay, so there is nothing. Okay, so that's why this user was here. We had to look into his directory. Let's see. And desktop, right? So there is the flag.txt. Okay, we can /flag.txt. Let's see. Alright, we got the flag. The flag is in hash format, so don't try to copy it, it won't actually help you. uh, I also keep the command that I used, so that I may, because sometimes if I may not remember that we can actually run commands, so that will actually help me a lot. So this is all for now. We saw how to exploit the generic all permissions, right? And the similar one is the generic right. If you want to see, we can actually see over here how we can exploit it. These are the steps, right? We can exploit the set domain password, which was these three were in this particular object machine, into the hack the box one, right? So this is the write up that I'm been using for now. Thank you so much.